How much time do you spend behind the wheel? The average commute time to work in LA County is about a half hour. But the people who drive more than that are putting Los Angeles County on the map as mega commuters. And as CBS 2's traffic reporter Stephanie Simmons tells us, it's more than just the traffic making commuters switch gears.
KNX News Time 5:05. Traffic and weather together on the 5.
I can be in the middle of bumper to bumper traffic. I get ideas, I've written songs. It's interesting.
For Pacific Palisades resident Jonna Perricone, music is her passion. But LA traffic has become a nightmare.
Sometimes I'm mad. I'm in traffic. Or sometimes I'm like so frustrated, and then I just kind of...
Perricone is considered a mega commuter, a demographic that classifies those who drive the worst of the worst commutes. That's workers who spend at least 90 minutes or even 50 miles to get to their jobs.
I'm glad there's a name for it. I drive all over town. I teach singing. I'm driving down to Palos Verdes, and since I live here in Pacific Palisades, that's quite a trek.
And it's treks like those that rank LA County among the highest number of commuters who are crossing county lines for work. And LA has the most mega commuters nationwide.
According to a recent U.S. Census Bureau study, nearly 12% of all LA workers commute 60 minutes or more, compared with about 8% in the nation as a whole. And the largest flow of commuters crossing county lines, workers commuting to and from LA County and Orange County.
It's just a very busy place, lots of traffic.
Dr. Nicole Garcia, an anti-aging physician in Orange County, specializes in cortisol testing. Cortisol is also known as the stress hormone.
Cortisol is a hormone that we need in our body for energy. It helps us focus and helps our mood be uplifted. But if it's too high, it can actually cause harm in our bodies. And so what we're trying to do here is see the effect of the traffic.
While Perricone does partake in a healthy lifestyle to soothe her senses, she agreed to participate in a cortisol saliva test to determine if all that driving in traffic could be harmful to her health.
It'll be interesting to see what happens on this drive, right?
Perricone began by filling out the lab form. Then she gave saliva samples at each destination. Sample number 1 at 10:30 a.m. at her home in Pacific Palisades. She headed to Palos Verdes, and about an hour and a half later, she gave sample number 2 upon arrival at 12:06 p.m. Then on her next work location in Santa Monica. Sample number 3 came after battling heavy traffic on the 405 at 1:45 in the afternoon. And eventually her final sample, number 4, when she got back home at 5:30 p.m. in Pacific Palisades.
I think there's like things that are affecting me subconsciously that not aware of. I'm hoping the meditation works.
But the surprising results.
This is your cortisol curve. You collected around 10:30 in the morning, so that's why it looks really low.
I just meditated too.
Okay. Second one you did at 12 o'clock, right here. This is your third one at 1:45 p.m. Our natural cortisol level is highest in the morning, and then it gradually tapers down as the day goes on. But hers went off the graph, as we'll show, in the middle of the day, which clearly correlated with her drive.
And I remember being stopped at the airport and looking ahead and seeing a lot of red lights. I could go this way and that way. You know, your mind starts thinking instead of maybe just going, well, let's see how it is once I get there.
You notice you're irritated, take a breath.
Diana Winston, director of mindfulness education at UCLA, says traffic stress is just a mind game.
Our commute can be a time of peace and ease and relaxation rather than one of stress if we have the right mental state.
Winston's advice, based on her book, Fully Present.
Leaving early, giving yourself plenty of time is very, very important. People worry when they're anxious and they're late, but worrying is not going to get them there any faster. Making the environment in your car as calm and peaceful as possible. So if soothing music is helpful, use soothing music. And I recommend not always being on the telephone. We get lost in that and we become disconnected from ourselves, and it doesn't allow us time to just relax and breathe.
I will be driving in traffic as long as I'm living in LA. The only thing I can control is the way that I react to whatever's going on. It's in me all the time, but I have to learn how to use it, and it is a practice.
Commuters also say time away from their family compounds to the stress of mega commuting. Check out CBSLA.com, where you'll find your average commute by a zip code.